Hi there, friends. This is Miss Baize, and I'm so excited to be reading to you to celebrate our Literacy Week. I have this wonderful story I can't wait to share with you. It's called The Smart Cookie by Jory John and Pete Oswald, and has a wonderful message that I'm going to share with you after we read it. So here we go. Super excited about The Smart Cookie. Greetings. I am a cookie. I live in a bakery on a street corner near a river. Come on in. Welcome to our little community. It's a warm and supportive place to spend time. Pretty fantastic, huh? These days, life is sweet, but my journey wasn't always a cakewalk. When I was younger, I couldn't have imagined fitting in here. For a long time, I didn't feel comfortable speaking up or sharing my ideas. I didn't feel like a smart cookie. I wanted to be a cookie who knew all of the answers, a cookie who felt confident in a group, a cookie who said, aha, when solving a problem, like this, aha. Looking back, I had some trouble in my early days. I went to school in a gingerbread house. Our teacher, Miss Biscotti, was kind and patient. When I arrived each morning, she'd wave at me and smile. But I didn't get the best grades, and I never raised my hand because I couldn't think of the answers as fast as the others. And I was the last to finish most tests. But it wasn't because I didn't care, and it wasn't because I didn't try. Sometimes I'd get distracted and mess up, even though I knew the material. Those were the most frustrating moments of all. We've all had those moments, haven't we? Once I misspelled the word dough. That was rough. Another time I added when I meant to subtract. Occasionally, we'd have a lesson where I had absolutely no idea what was happening. I just couldn't keep up. I'd imagine that my desk was a raft and that I was completely lost at sea, because that's what it felt like. Well, I know we've all felt like that from time to time. At night, I slept in a cookie jar. I had about 6 dozen roommates. Move, you move, no, you move, no, you move, no, you move. I'd stay awake and stare out the window and worry. And it went this way, day after day after day. But then something happened that changed everything. I have a good feeling about this. It all started with a homework assignment. Miss Biscotti requested our attention one afternoon. Tonight, I would like you to create something completely original, she announced. It can be anything you want. Bring it to class tomorrow. That was it. There were no further instructions. Miss Biscotti winked at me as I gathered my belongings. I felt like I had a million butterflies in my stomach. Create anything? Something original? Due tomorrow? When I got home, I immediately went to work. At first, I tried a cooking project. The results were half-baked. Next, I tried to hammer and nail something. It splintered immediately. Then I tried making a sculpture. It was a complete bust. I wondered if I was about to fail yet another assignment. I was stuck. I stared out the window and watched the rain hit the river. There was something mesmerizing about the water, how it moved in such a chaotic way, swirling around and around, yet ultimately figuring out exactly where it needed to go. Aha! Suddenly, I had an idea. I decided to write something original, a poem. I don't know, you guys know me pretty well. I love to write and I love writing poems, so I connected with this smart cookie. I came up with a title based on how I'd been feeling, My Crummy Days. After that, the rest of it seemed to fall into place. And I wrote. I lost track of time. An hour went by in a flash. Aha, I said when I was finished. I couldn't sleep that night, but it wasn't because I was worried. It was because I was excited. I felt like I had really accomplished something. I felt smart. Super excited. The following day, Miss Biscotti asked for volunteers to share what we created. One kid showed off his original frosting art. Another kid revealed her sprinkle distribution machine. Oh, how cute. It was neat seeing how everyone was good at such different things. Everybody has different talents, and it's really neat to see what other people can do. Finally, Miss Biscotti turned to me. Would you like to share anything? She asked. Gulp. I gulped. I thought I'd probably crumble under the pressure, but I made my way to the front of the classroom. I noticed my hands were shaking. My mouth went dry. Feeling pretty nervous, but pretty brave to get up there. This poem is called My Crummy Days, I said. My voice was cracking, and then I read it aloud. As I spoke, I noticed some kids nodding at certain lines. Other kids laughed at parts that were supposed to be funny. As I built toward the finale, I felt myself becoming more confident and more animated. And in the end, everyone clapped and cheered. I promise you this, I'll never, ever forget it. Miss Biscotti was beaming. No one but you could have written that poem, she said. It was completely original. Wow, that smart cookie's feeling pretty proud right now. Aha! I had done it. I created something and shared it with the world. Well, my world at least. The rest of the day was a blur. By recess, I was already planning my next poem. I would call it My Sweet Morning. Aha, I thought when I came up with the title. Later that afternoon, Miss Biscotti handed me a note. It said that I should keep on writing no matter what. That meant so much to me. School was a bit different after that. I wasn't so scared to raise my hand or ask a question or share my work. Sure, some things still didn't come as easily for me as they did for others, but now I know that you can be as smart in many different ways. You don't have to have the answers to every question or suddenly be great at everything all at once. You just need a chance to try all kinds of things to find out who you are and what you like to do. That's a very important lesson. Trying is so important. And even if it doesn't come easy, you just keep at it. That perseverance matters. As for me, I learned that I can write and I can think up great ideas. I found plenty of other things I'm good at too. I no longer feel lost at sea. It's more like floating down a river. And the best part is there's always more to learn because we're all smart cookies. And that is so true. We are all smart cookies and we all have gifts and we all learn at different times and in different ways. And you all are very special. Have a wonderful, wonderful literacy week and keep on reading. Bye.